Hey guys, Shimmy here. Listen, I'm going to show you an truck now. You've seen this loads of times on the channel, but over this past while back, I just got another load of new subscribers. So I apologise in advance for anybody who has seen it. It was built in 2020, the big rig. Um, the newer rig I'm building now for 2022 is going to be something along the same lines. So for information that some of the guys I wanted to see on this particular rig, I'm going to try and show it on the one I've completed. But over the next week or more, 2 weeks at the most, I will be doing a lot of tutorials on the newer rig. It's been built at the minute. Now, over this past couple of days, I have done some tutorials. But to give you a rough idea of what it's going to look like, I'll show you this one out of pre-built. So again, guys, anybody has seen it, I apologise. Don't have a ball bust anybody. It's not my intentions. I just want to show the work that's been put into this particular rig for the new subscribers. So bear with me to set it up. Right, it's the Scania R730 V8, the Imperial. Now there's a sound chip in this, and there's roughly about 148 lights in it. I thought there was more in it actually. I'm thinking of a different rig I've done. So there's about 148 lights in this. There's about 70 in the trailer alone, and about the rest adds up to the 148 that's in the rig. So we'll turn it on here. First one, second, and the last one is a sound chip. It'll run for about 10 seconds or so, and they're just on a loop. There you was a loop. So we'll turn that off. The wing mirrors have done the other there, which is the ones that's on this here, exactly the same, so that's what they expect on the newer rig. It's been built. I'm not putting any beacons on this newer one. Not leaving them off. But the spotlights, I'm putting those on. That's what I showed you last night. All those wee orange amber lights, they'll all be going on. I showed you this last night, just to get that painted and built onto the cab. Those wee smaller ones here, you can see the wee pogo stick sort of things. There's a red and a orange light on it. Right, so I can get it zoomed in anymore. As you can see, we had a bit of mishap earlier during the year with the kit. It knocked a couple of things off, but we got it sorted on again, fixed on again. There is a remote for it. Unfortunately, I've no battery for it. I'll just show you that in a second. You have a combination of those SMDs runs down the front of the grill here. They all flashed in sequence. Like wig-wags, sort of back and forth. The trailer does lift up. I'll just show you that in a second. Lift it up. Just bear with me. There you go. This is one piece. It's not telescopic. So if I want to store it, it just lies underneath the truck itself. I'm going to put the bed down again. So I'll put the bed down again here. So there you go. That's, as I say, it's one piece. You can't move it up and down. The truck itself is Alteri. The trailer itself is a gravel trailer. It was from Gravel. All the SMDs in it is exactly the ones that I'm going to be using on the other truck. It's been built now at the minute. There's a combination of fibre optics in this as well. I did have the strand about there somewhere. It's probably fell onto the floor. The orange lights at the top here along the trailer itself, they're fibre optic. The red ones are fibre optic. Again, the red ones that run up the back here, they're fibre optic. These are SMDs. SMDs on your tail lights, your red, and then on the lower, 4 there are SMDs. Just for the fun of it, I put a blue light in it on the underside just to represent neon lights. You can't turn each individual light off here. You've got all your switches and so forth. I just haven't got them numbered for what they're for yet, but I know what they're for. The cab does tilt forward. Not much. I don't want to tilt it too much forward in case I break it. You have an interior light in it as well. You have a dazzle up under. And then you have your 2 tassels on your CDR 730. What else was I going to say? Your sound card is actually inside the truck itself. A remote, I'll just show you that in a second here. That's the remote here. Now there is a battery in it, but I don't think it's working, to be honest. I think it's dead. That'll turn those front end, all those lights on, and you can choose what colour you want to have the flash, rig wag and so forth. There's all different settings on it. Doesn't seem to want to work. I think the battery's completely dead on it, so I'll just have to replace the battery in the wee fob sort of thing. This is the spoiler I've made last night. It's exactly the same spoiler. Well, something very similar to what's on it here. Again, I'll cover where the wires and all go when I get that stage, when I get everything wired. The biggest majority of the wiring of this truck is actually in the trailer itself. Once you glue your lid on, you're not seeing anything. Some of the electronics itself is actually in the board. I pulled down through the board and until the back of it here, just underside. There's like a gap. I can put this up on a floating shelf sort of thing. So we'll go through the SMDs that I used. It was the 1206, which is in the tail lights. The 1206. I think they're the 5730s. It's just behind the fibre optic. The same for the red ones here. 1206 in the red ones here. I think they're 603, the bottom ones. 603, the top ones here. 1206 in behind the light bar. 603s, it's in the spoiler, which is those wee ones here. You just can't make them out. There you go, you can see them now. 1206, I think it's in behind the headlamps, and then 603s, it's on the bottom of the push bar. 603s again on the back end of this, in the front end. So you have a yellow one in the front and a red one at the back. 603s in the wing mirrors. 5730s for the interior lighting, which are up above here, underside of the roof itself. You have a 5730 here, shining down onto the V8. Again, there are fibre optics with the 5730 SMD and behind the fibre optic itself. There was a list of optional parts I could have put on this, but I just didn't want it looking ridiculous. I just thought, leave as it is. They're meant to be show trucks. Wasn't going to do any weathering on it. I just kept it nice and clean. Same for the other one. I'll be keeping it clean. That's why I changed the trailer about from the flatbed until the tanker trailer. I didn't want to do any weathering on it. Just want to keep it nice and clean. So guys, as I said in advance earlier, I apologise for anybody that has seen this. I don't want to putting it up too much and busting chops over it. So the new guys that have all jumped on there recently has been a Pallium, and then there's a load on Facebook and Instagram has been back and forth with all sorts of questions. So I just thought I would do a video on it rather than having to answer everybody, which is getting a bit well, not annoying, it's just getting a bit much after a while. Just trying to keep up with all the comments. So as I say, over the next week or so, you'll see the other rig, which is just in the background here, starting to take shape. I did do some of the wiring and so forth last night. So we're getting stuck in that sometime this afternoon. But let's go, guys. Before we go here, I'll just try and go through some of the sequence again here. So this one here, the first one, turns the light on all but your interior lighting, your top spotlights, your beacons, and your neon lighting. The second one, I think, turns off the interior lights and the beacons. It just gives you a dull effect of the rig itself, none on the back end. The third one, sorry, is that the third one? what's that turn off? Oh, it turns off the other light there at the background. That's your spotlight, it's off and on. And then the last one turns everything off, all but your spotlights at the top. That's them off. And the last one is your engine sound, but all your lights have to be on for that to run. I normally keep that off, you can't have it on all the time. We get a bit annoying after a while. Right guys, as I say, there you go. There's 11 minutes almost during this video. So as I say, you can't keep them. I'll try and keep all these videos as short as possible. But if you want to know any information on them, you can't really cut them down in small segments. It's impossible to be done. Right, my way. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.